On the top of the mountain stood King Yingzhen Temple. After the old host left, it was finally Jingzhen's turn to lead. He was in his 50s and had lived there for years. When the senior monks departed, he became master of the temple. More than 10 young monks lived there, the oldest in his mid-teens and the youngest still a child. They were poor boys whose families could not feed them, honest and diligent. They believed the temple was a place of peace and true practice. Jingzhen was tall and imposing when the elders were alive. He had acted humble, chanting and eating like a devoted Bodhisattva. But once in charge, he cast aside restraint. An old well in the courtyard held clear, sweet water, enough for everyone. Yet Jingzhen declared it unfit for worship and ordered the boys to fetch spring water from behind the mountain. Before sunrise, they rose with heavy eyes, carried wooden buckets, and walked miles along the narrow path. If they returned late, they were scolded. If they spilled water, they were punished. One day, a small monk struggled at the temple gate. The bucket tilted, and water splashed onto the ground. Jingzhen noticed only the spill, not the child's trembling arms. He dipped a finger into the puddle, tasted it, and frowned. "Can this be offered before the Buddha?" he said coldly. The child swallowed his tears. Jingzhen then instructed him to carry the bucket balanced and horizontal along the narrow road. It was harder, but the master's word was law. The boys endured swollen shoulders and bruised feet without complaint. When it was Huiju's turn to fetch water, he passed through the old pine forest and heard a faint voice. Beneath a tree lay a gray-haired woman, her lips dry, her face pale. She weakly pointed to his bucket. Without hesitation, Huiju lifted her head and fed her water little by little. Life slowly returned to her face. She studied his worn robe and heavy load, fetching water from so far away. "Your master must be kind," she said. Huiju remembered the bitter winters, thin porridge, and the rich aromas drifting from Jingzhen's quarters. Yet he only replied, "The master says it is practice." The woman smiled faintly and pressed a small willow twig into his hand. "You have a good heart if ever you are thirsty and weary. Sweep this once inside your bucket. It will give you clean water only once. Do not be greedy." As he looked up to thank her, golden light surrounded her form. She transformed into a radiant Bodhisattva. Her voice echoed gently. "This relieves weariness for a moment. Do not be greedy. Remember." Then the light faded, and the forest was silent. Huiju gazed at his nearly empty bucket hesitantly. He swept the twig inside. Clear water flowed out at once, filling it to the brim. It sparkled like crystal. He drank sweetness spread through him, washing away fatigue. His mind felt clear and doubt stirred within him. The well water was already pure. Why make them suffer? Why call hardship devotion while living in comfort? He filled another bucket and returned quietly. After drinking the willow-touched water, the boys grew stronger. Their faces bright, Jingzhen noticed. He examined the water and tasted it. His eyes widened. It was sweeter than any wine. Demanding an explanation, he took the twig from Huiju, who told only of the old woman. Jingzhen locked himself in the meditation room and swept the twig again and again over the great water tank until it overflowed. Still he muttered more. Soon he filled porcelain bottles, sealed them, and proclaimed them sacred nectar able to cure illness. He went down to the busy city street and sold them eagerly. Silver coins filled his sleeves. But suddenly cries erupted. Those who drank the water clutched their stomachs. Thunder cracked across the sky. Lightning struck his stole, shattering the bottles. The willow twig fell and turned to black ash. Wind scattered his money. Terrified, Jingzhen fled back to the temple. He shut himself away for days. When he emerged, he seemed decades older. Gathering the young monks, he knelt before the Buddha. I was greedy, he confessed. I deceived the Buddha and the people. From now on, I will share plain porridge with you all. He drank once more from the old well and practiced sincerely, morning and night. One spring, Huiju found a green willow sprouting by a broken wall and transplanted it into the courtyard. It flourished, spreading cool shade. One day, he dipped a fallen twig into the well. A gentle glow shimmered across the surface. The water remained clear and sweet. When Jingzhen heard, he stood beneath the willow for a long while. At last, he bowed deeply to the tree.